Treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
All righty, here we go. Happy Monday. Went off of a weekend. Crazy weekend. Lots of exciting things going on, from the Dolphins win over the Bills that we'll get to Jaybird's camping extravaganza. Turning it out there. Virginia, your weekend was crazy, mild. How would you put it?
I did a lot of family stuff. We had all the family got together. We did a family dinner on Saturday night.
Okay.
Which we rarely do anymore. So that was really fun.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very nice stuff. All right.
I'm extremely hungry today.
You are, okay.
Ravenous of sorts.
Ravenous.
Just, I feel like a beast.
Okay.
Roaming the land.
All right.
Looking for prey.
Yeah. When was the last time you ate? You haven't eaten for a while, or what's going on?
I didn't eat a lot on the camping trip.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to...
Go make up for lost time?
I think I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what Mondays are for, right? It looks like it's probably going to be a rainy week, because even though I don't believe we're going to get any kind of direct hit from the hurricane, I think we're going to get at least a good bit of rain. They were saying today about 9 inches of rain we could be getting.
It's still going to be a mess.
Yeah,
a little
absolutely.
yucky.
Yeah, so Wednesday, Thursday is kind of going to be a washout. And then hopefully it clears up, so we have a nice weekend coming up. I'm hoping. So we'll see what winds up happening there. Lots of emails about the Miami Dolphins-Bills game from yesterday. Diane in Jupiter said, I had to laugh when Josh Allen was on top of Christian Wilkins yesterday and ripped off his helmet. I was hoping that Christian would say, so this reminds you of your mother's position last night, or something to the effect.
Damn.
I love the meltdown by the Bills offensive coordinator, too. What a bunch of pussies. You guys rock. Yeah.
It's a pretty good reaction.
Excuse me.
Yeah, he was losing his mind because, he needed his receiver to get out of bounds to give him more time. And he said he tried, but
the guy didn't get out of bounds, and then the clock ran out, and then it was like, damn it, it's done.
Yeah. They thought maybe they
it was a lot.
Could do it. Yeah, I think they doubled up the yards that the Dolphins had. They just, weren't able to punch in. That was one of their lowest scoring totals in a very long time. So the Dolphins' D was great, and the offense was good enough. So Tua stayed in there, even though he took a couple shots. Took a good shot in the second quarter.
The Dolphins' D was good. The Dolphins were grabbing some Ds.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. That's the story, at least.
Well, that's what Panda said, and he looks into stuff.
Yeah.
And then they asked Josh afterwards in the post, game wrap up that Panda watched about 18 times. They asked him what happened, and Josh goes, just football stuff.
Yeah.
And we know, because we've heard before, that when you have a pile of men like that and they're fighting over the ball, or they're just rivals like they are, the Dolphins and the Bills are big rivals. I mean, stuff happens in that pile that the masses maybe couldn't handle.
Right. Well, and if you saw the last time the Dolphins and the Bills met up, Christian Wilkins and Josh, they were jawing back and forth to end the game. And so it was kind of like you had a feeling that there was going to be something going on between those two.
This ain't over.
Yeah, you're like, the to be continued is kind of the way that it went. So I'm not surprised.
I know that sometimes they mic up players.
Yeah.
Can they please next time mic up Josh and Christian?
It'd be amazing to hear, yeah.
I mean, we couldn't handle what probably gets said in that pile.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good, and they interviewed Christian Wilkins afterwards in the post-game press conference. So he did not refer to it. He just talked about, the gritty win. I think that the temperature was a big problem for the Bills as well. They were on their knees and hurling and all kinds of stuff.
Cramping up.
Yeah.
Well, the visiting team is in the sun the whole time.
Exactly, yeah.
And the Dolphins are in the shade.
Yeah, it's lovely there in the
It
shade.
is a strategic move.
Oh, no doubt.
That plays big in their favor. Mm-hmm. It's smart. That's just how they built the stadium.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you saw the one play where the Dolphins kicker kicked the ball up the defender's ass.
I did see that.
I did see that.
That looked really painful. The guy basically got raped by a football.
Ooh.
That would be terrible. Yeah, he kicked it right into his butt.
Can you get a stoved butthole?
I don't know about stubbed.
Stoved.
Stoved?
Kind of like how you get a stoved finger. Can you have a stoved butthole?
I think you get a bruised one.
Yeah.
And that would be tough. Can you imagine that? Having a bruised bung. Eric said, I would like a formal apology from Virginia's husband, Panda, on behalf of Josh Allen for punching Christian Wilkins in his face. Unacceptable behavior outside of Buffalo.
Well, I think he grabbed his dick. So, I mean, whatever happens in the pile, all's fair, baby. Like,
is that how it works?
Yeah.
So if you stab somebody in the pile, hey, I stabbed the motherfucker. He was in the pile.
I think both teams were doing whatever they could to get the other one's goat, and I think that's just what happens. I don't think anybody owes anybody an apology.
Do you think you could take a full-on tackle from Christian Wilkins and get up
No.
and have your day be the same?
No.
How fucked are you and how long are you fucked for?
You're fucked probably for a good few years.
You have pads on, but he hits you square.
Oh yeah, no. If he gets moving, yeah.
If he gets moving, he will lay you out and ring your bell.
Yeah. If he really gets going, yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time, and especially too. Sometimes you'll get flagged for it, but sometimes they'll put their full weight and land
right
on the person they're tackling, and
then the way they get up too, they can shift their weight here or there.
Yeah, absolutely. And
if they want to hurt you, they can.
He's at 311 pounds right now.
He would hit me and my body would explode.
Yeah. It would be tough.
It would be tough.
There's parts of my bone I just don't think it's gonna. It won't make it through it.
Yeah,
it's not.
Yeah.
Just amputate.
That'd be tough. So anyway, got another email here. Yeah, so a lot of them about the Finns. The other thing from over the weekend, other than going camping, Jaybird, you watched a little bit of Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story on Netflix.
I did. I'm on episode 4.
And Riz said, I'm interested to hear how you like the series. I love all these murder specials and Datelines, but I found this to be slow and hardly kept my attention. Did you find the same?
A little bit. It was a little slow for me. And I know the story pretty good. And I was doing some research. There are definitely not everything is as accurate as you think it is. Do a deeper dive on it. A lot of it is accurate. The transcripts from the court, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff from the police department, that is pretty much verbatim. But there is a couple characters where they morphed 2 into 1. There's a really good chance that his neighbor did not eat a sandwich of human meat.
Right, okay.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's just a movie gimmick. I mean, it's a great movie gimmick.
It's a great
where it's
gimmick.
like, eat it, you know.
It got me to where I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I can't watch this.
And they do have Dahmer the whole time, talking pretty slow the whole time. And I've seen other stuff with Dahmer where he's a little bit more captivating
Okay.
and less murderous.
Right, because every word he says is so murderous.
But he was an understated, quiet, weird dude. He really was. But there were times where he was the class clown, trying to make people laugh.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're doing a good job, but it's pretty slow.
And he killed all men?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
didn't take out any chicks.
No.
Yeah, and I saw something going on with it because I guess they tried to Netflix put it under the label LGBTQ, and they're like, we don't want that label. Like,
Well, because he was killing a lot of gay men.
Yeah.
That's why. And I think they're
we don't want that association.
Was Dahmer gay?
yes.
Okay.
And so Netflix is like, hey, if you're looking for gay programming, here, watch the Dahmer story. And gay people are like,
no.
I don't think we want that in our category.
Y'all can have
We're
him.
good.
His whole thing was
good.
about trying to make somebody a zombie so they wouldn't leave him, so he could just do whatever he wanted to him.
So did he have real relationships with people he didn't kill? Guys?
Yeah, I'm sure he did. They haven't got into a lot of that, but
Did he have a boyfriend?
not as far as I know. He was always kind of a loner.
Well, I mean, it's hard when you're eating everyone. But,
Cannibal.
yeah,
I keep eating my boyfriends.
I mean,
Well, they make his childhood a little bit more fucked up than I thought it was.
okay.
And you wonder how accurate that is.
Yeah. You know what I thought was interesting, again, if you missed the reference, I was watching that one guy who is a psychological profiler, and he had said it's typically 3 tendencies that you see, and one part is the childhood. Plus, they find that people are born without empathy, and they don't have the fear gene. They don't have any fear, any empathy, and they had a messed up childhood. That seems to be the perfect storm, the trifecta.
We were talking a little bit about what they talk about in the Jeffrey Dahmer special. The dad thought when he got a hernia when he was a kid, Jeffrey Dahmer, he had some anesthesia done to him. And I had a hernia when I was 5. You got to go under. It's the whole surgery thing. The dad believes he got too much anesthesia, and after that operation, he noticed a difference in Jeffrey Dahmer's behavior. And someone in our chat room said that this used to be a thing back in the day.
Wow.
With anesthesia, with young kids.
Oh, wow.
People were noticing a difference in their behavior after an operation.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
That's crazy. An email from Daryl. We were talking a little bit about psychiatric medication. He said when patients are on psychiatric medication, it takes 2 weeks for the medication to even start. Once they do, sometimes they're at greater risk because they feel bursts of energy, making it more risky for self-harm.
That's the kind of thing that would freak people out when you start new medication, especially if it's supposed to help you with your mental stability. You read the disclaimer, may cause horrific suicidal thoughts. You may want to harm others, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to help you.
Right, you're talking about Mama Judd.
You may want to harm yourself or others. Well, geez, should I be sad or should I be a murderer?
But I think that is true. There are some medications that the person does not respond to them, and in fact, they have a different reaction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know I had it with that lithium they put me on when I was like 19 or 20 years old.
Yeah.
That stuff it did not help me in the least bit.
That's some powerful stuff.
That was an awful, for me personally.
Right, yeah. I know it's tough. Getting the medication and getting it right is very difficult. I got an email from Melissa. She said, I heard on the early show, Kevin talking about fentanyl looking like candy. We all have to be very careful with Halloween coming up. I can see it a lot, unfortunately. Please be careful and tell the kids. Yeah, I just done that. It was what was on my mind late last week because I just seen these stories. I had a horrific dream about my own son, and I was like, yeah, it's just some nasty stuff. And it seems like there's nefarious things that are going on here. A lot of the fentanyl, I was hearing a podcast too, and they said it's made basically in 2 different places, China or India. And they say that, China is very well aware of what gets exported out of its own ports. And it's leaving Chinese ports and it's going into the west coast of Mexico into ports that are controlled by the cartel. And then the cartel's bringing it up through. And they're finding they had a bust last week that was enough fentanyl to kill every American several times over.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
When you say that, that's a little alarming.
It is. And so, that's why I just wanted to put the word out there that, I told my son Cannon, I was like, hey, if somebody gives you candy or anything, don't take anything anyone gives you.
Nothing.
Definitely not medication. I would trust you would never want to do something that would alter your state of being like a drug. So I would pray you wouldn't do that. And if you ever did or considered it, just don't. And even I tell my daughter, where they're out and have different things, it's a big concern. You had it in Wilton Manors with those guys that were down. They got fentanyl-laced cocaine. And in the last 21 days, listen to this, 3,234 Americans died from fentanyl poisoning.
And these are people that think that they're eating a candy or doing a different drug, and it's not what they've been told, and they die.
Out of the 3,000, I would like to know how many of those were drug-related, how many of those were somebody thinking they're eating candy. I'm sure that they have those numbers.
I think a majority of it is people that are taking drugs, and keep in mind, fentanyl too. Some people are just doing it to try to take the fentanyl, but it's a very dangerous thing that if it's not prescribed and carefully given to you, it can be very deadly. They say 154 Americans die each day from fentanyl.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's becoming one of our biggest killers. So, and if this new wave comes along and it does, you start getting a lot of those accidental, hey, I thought it was candy.
Well, then you could just start leaving things on the ground. And if this is a terrible movie and terrorists were behind it, you could really fuck up some shit.
Oh, no doubt. Absolutely. So,
and that's not out of the realm of possibility.
Well, I think that's what they're starting to say. They're starting to think maybe it's not.
It's a calculated thing.
Yeah, it's not just about drugs here. It's about trying to fuck up some
It is,
the
yeah.
Western.
Well, they designated the cartels as terrorist organizations now. And I think that probably just by that designation, that gives our military a little bit of a, more leeway to be able to go in and
Take
say,
them out.
Yeah, we feel like you guys are purposely trying to kill Americans, so we now are able to come in to defend Americans and, start taking you guys out. So, yeah, it would be a dangerous time to be doing recreational drugs.
You ever wonder what's going to take you out? I think it's going to be cheese for me.
Or maybe you spill water on
In the
electrical
electronics
equipment.
and you get zapped.
How ironic would that be if Jaber just electrocuted himself?
Dennis,
you ever wonder what's going to take you out?
I spill water.
As you spill
And the most amount of electrical wiring we have in the whole fucking thing.
Denny's, your
amazing
boy
timing.
over here, Meat Hooks,
Yeah.
Your boy Meat Hooks is
spilled a whole drink right on all the electronics.
It could not be any more. I mean, how much water is right there?
I mean, it's so much. Yeah, it's like a magic cup.
It looks like it's 12-ounce cup, but it looks like it's about 30 ounces of
You
water.
just poured 200 ounces of water out of a 12-ounce cup. How's that even possible?
Pretty fucking remarkable.
That is pretty amazing.
Everything is
It's
ruined.
unbelievable. It's like a waterfall of
It's not possible.
pouring right down into the equipment.
That was
It's
like 6
amazing.
cups.
Yeah,
It's just one.
it's crazy how that happened.
As you guys were. But yeah, I think cheese is going to take me out.
Cheese, okay.
Cheese.
All right. It's my bowels. Not my bowels, my BALs, my bitch ass lungs.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt. No doubt. That's it. One day. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it's the way it is. We all got flaws. It's one of mine.
Yeah, genetically, your lungs are not your friend.
Yeah. No. I remember one of the last conversations I had with my mom. I'm like, us and these stupid ass lungs. She's like, yeah, that's what we got.
That's how. I hear you, man.
Yeah. So we all got some. So I think that's probably going to be mine. Lisa in Jacksonville, she said, I told you a while ago that my locomotive engineer husband was involved in a fatality, a suicide by train. That,
Yes.
he was given 3 days off without pay. That was actually incorrect. Since the incident involved a fatality, he got 3 days off with pay. The conductor he was with that night has been involved in 10 fatality incidents in 17 years. This poor guy was also involved in the following incident where a car ran around the gates and was struck by the train at kind of an angle. So the car was just knocked into a ditch. The car was a hearse that he hit, and the casket got ejected out of the back,
Oh, my
spilling out its
gosh.
contents.
Oh, my gosh.
At least they're already dead.
I mean, this is damn chaos.
Wow. And since the driver was not killed and the passenger was already deceased, the crew did not get the 3 days off with pay.
They got him on a technicality.
They
That's
did, yeah.
fucked up, man.
Even though there's a dead person at the scene, he didn't get
You
off
can't
with
double
pay.
kill a guy.
Yeah.
It's still pretty messed up. You should get at least one full day on that.
Yeah.
A dead body ejecting out of a hearse.
Yeah.
And you had to see it and be around it. And
That's not what I'm trying to get. Do.
no, you're just trying to drive a train and be peaceful.
Crazy stuff, huh? How
That
about
is insane what people have to go through with their jobs.
No doubt. Alex sent an email. He said, I'm listening to the story Kevin was telling about the guy who got scammed for the French bulldog. That's terrible. They definitely are expensive. But the funny thing is I've been trying to find a new home for my French bulldog for like a few months now, and I just can't seem to find him a new home. I've had a few people come look at him, but he's either too high energy or they get too concerned with the breathing issues that French bulldogs have.
They got bitch ass lungs.
It's their snout. Yeah, their nasal passages. They do have a lot of breathing issues, and I ain't going to
Bitch ass snout.
try to get any money. I'm just trying to make sure he goes to a good home. He's 5, and he does have some dietary issues, but other than that, he's a great dog, and I never would have thought it'd be this hard to find a new home for him.
Yeah, I mean, that is the most popular dog out there. I feel like most people would be happy to take your dog.
Yeah.
What are you selling it for? I wonder.
He said
No,
he's
he's
giving
not.
it away.
Giving away for free.
Yeah. So there you go.
I don't listen.
It's hard.
Bitch ass ears.
Well, I'm over here trying to fucking not get electrocuted.
Yeah.
You're a little jumpy.
It's very wet over here.
Yeah, Remy's asking, why is he trying to get rid of the dog? I don't know. He didn't say.
Well,
He could be moving or something.
Yeah, maybe.
He sold it. Huh? His breathing's loud. He's got high energy.
Well, that's one of the issues with the French Bulldogs. Yeah, they're all trendy and people love them. My daughter had a friend that got one, and the medical bills. I mean, I think she spent $10,000 on the dog, and then about maybe half as much on medical bills. So
wow,
like $15,000 and that was just to get him, to a point. Yeah, they get. I don't know. They get these cherry tomato eyes or something like that. They get a weird growth on their eyes. She had to have that removed. It's crazy.
Speaking of, though, cherry tomatoes, the little small ball ones,
yeah,
they fucking suck, dog. I'm sorry. It's almost like, as if the flavor's not mixed properly. It's too small to get the proper tomato flavoring.
The way they explode in your mouth, I'm not sure I like that.
It's kind of very...
It's unsettling.
It's kind of cummy.
It is. I kind of don't like a burst of things in my mouth.
I've never eaten a cherry tomato and thought about someone coming in my mouth.
Kevin's right. They can
it's
squirt.
All of a sudden a squirt that it's just like, ooh, okay, I don't know if I like that.
They're over seedy and under flavor.
Yeah.
There's so many fucking seeds in those little bitch-ass tomato balls. I don't like them, Virginia. And I'm a tomato lover.
Yeah.
I love them. I love to cook them down in a pasta. Oh, they're so good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Raymond sent an email. He was commenting on your fishing, Jay Bird. What kind of fresh fish is good to eat? He said gar is actually good to eat, just a pain to clean. Also bream, crapple. Brim, okay. And tilapia.
Okay, I've heard of all of these.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't believe how big of a fish this guy with the cane pole caught. It looked like he was out on the ocean with a fucking snook or a tarpon, Virginia. The only two fish I know in the saltwater.
Big fish.
Yeah, big game, Kev.
Tiny stick, big fish.
Yep.
See, and everybody spends so much money on those fishing poles. This guy's making it happen with a cane pole.
Kind of makes you think size doesn't really always matter, Virginia.
In fishing.
And Barbara sent an email. She said, look how trendy and futuristic Virginia is. The face cream that she brought in for Jason isn't even released yet because, of course, I had to read about it because Virginia endorsed it. Was it like $90, it looks like?
Yeah, it's not cheap. It is super fancy. Mags and I were using some this weekend because we took a lot because everybody at our table got a free one. Mm-hmm. And so some people didn't want them.
Okay.
And we were like, oh, we'll take it. So me and Mags walked out with like a purse full of eye cream.
Oh, wow. Okay. And what was the name of it?
Clarins. CLARINS.
Clarins.
I feel like someone took it from me. I don't think I put it in my bag. It's not here now. Uh-oh. We do have a problem, Kevin, with someone with some sticky fingers around these parts.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
What's going on? Someone going jacking stuff?
Well, we should look and see who's got really like good-looking eyes today. No wrinkles.
Kevin's looking real sweet over there.
I would like it, yeah. If you leave it out, I'm just gone. Yeah. Got an email from Paula. She said, while I was shopping, I saw this shirt, and at a glance, it looked to me like it said, pork me up. But then as soon as I got closer, it revealed that it said, perk me up. But it looked like
pork me up.
Yeah. For a second, I thought Jason had made a shirt since he's the only one I've ever heard say porking.
I mean, would porking turn you on, that term? Oh, Kevin, please pork me now.
No.
Right?
Well, it's piggy-like.
It's so not as sexual.
No, that's not a...
I could just never... I couldn't picture a girl go, oh, Jaybird, please pork me. But I can hear dudes from the 80s go, oh, he's porking her. Yeah. It's very vulgar.
Maybe you say it to your bros.
Yeah.
You don't say it to her.
I don't think chicks say, I want to get porked tonight.
Although, I don't know, getting porked, some thick bacon, porked me that way.
Okay.
Fucking weirdo.
Thick bacon, I love it.
Is that the kind of awesome content that's going to be on your OnlyFans?
Yeah. I'm going to put thick bacon in between my nose and I'm going to pork you.
And you can say, I want you to pork me. You can say, pork me, panda, and he porks you with some bacon.
Yeah.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
That's the kind of stuff I'm going to make tens of dollars.
I'm not going to lie. If you guys did the porking video, I'd pay $10 to see that. Just to see what the whole fucking hype's about.
Renee said, I just want to tell Jaybird I went to his kind of museum in Vegas this weekend. It's called Zach Baggins Haunted Museum. He's the guy from Ghost Adventures. Lots of creepy artifacts. Had Jack Kevorkian's van,
Ooh.
Ted Bundy's kill bag, Paintings from John Wayne Gacy from prison, and random stuff like your hero Patrick Swayze's last passport, healing items, and his freaking tooth.
Huh.
All the items had certificates of authenticity. Pretty cool place.
Huh. What are your thoughts on that? Ted Bundy's killed. What was that? His killed packet?
His kill bag.
Should we be displaying that? Should that be shown to people?
Crazy stuff. Yeah, some people like that stuff. I think the lead singer of Korn, he does that. He collects serial killer memorabilia.
It's going to be a draw. I bet you that place does very well in Vegas.
I get that it's a draw, and I understand because I wouldn't mind looking at it, but also, is it right? Just because it's a draw doesn't mean it's right.
It's all about money, Jay Bird.
I'm sure if we put me in suits at a stadium and we don't leave until someone dies, that would be a draw. But is it right? Whoa! Is this fucking thing on? Oh my! Yeah. I gotta go to bed. I have this thing on my finger and I can't get it off, and my finger's turning purple. It's this rubber band, and my bitch ass. I just wish I wouldn't have done.
What happened?
I can't get this fucking rubber band off my finger.
This feels like something that would happen to Rocco.
I don't.
Come here. Let mommy help.
See how purple it's turning?
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, that's not good. Your tip of your finger is going to fall off. Oh, you got it.
It's not. Fuck me, good. Dude.
That's pretty unreal.
I'm such a fiddler. Sometimes you fiddle into pure destruction.
You're all wet.
I know.
You've got literal calamity over there.
There it is. I can tell, too, by the way I'm speaking and just my tone.
Just odd things are going on.
Your boy got to get a nap.
Your boy's about to snap.
Not snap. I'm just crazy. I'm in a great mood. My thoughts aren't there.
Yeah, Jonathan Davis, the lead singer of Korn, he has a serial killer collection. He's got the Volkswagen that belonged to Ted Bundy.
Oh,
which
wow.
was used during his murders.
That's the big one.
That was used.
Yeah, he's got John Wayne Gacy. He has got a confession letter also from Cannibal Albert Fish.
Oh, that Virginia, if I told you about Albert, you wouldn't sleep tonight. He was a cannibal as well.
Don't tell me, because I love sleep.
He ate his victims, and his victims were children a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
Is cannibalism, like, hot now?
No, this happened back in the day.
I'm hearing a lot of cannibal talk.
Albert, the Albert dude, he's from olden times.
Okay.
Where'd he live?
He lived in here in the States.
Yeah, he also had a bunch of original drawings by Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker.
Oh, that fucker is... Oh. To me, he was one of the creepier ones. He killed everybody and anything, and he would sneak in your house, and you wouldn't know until he was in your room.
Damn.
Yeah, he actually sold his entire collection because he didn't want it around his kids. So, but yeah, he used to have a lot of pieces.
Do you think that stuff should be displayed, in your opinion?
I'm not a fan of it, no.
I'm not a fan of it either. I'm really not.
Some people have that morbid curiosity, and I even saw an article on it today that it's a thing. I mean, that's why people love all that kind of stuff. But
I understand the curiosity, but does that, just because you're curious, should you still do it?
Yeah, to me it goes a step too far.
Yeah, you're fucking showing off Gacy stuff.
Yeah, it's almost like you're celebrating.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
Make no mistake about it. You're celebrating it.
Was the murder bag used in murders, and then now it's there? Like, that's kind of creepy.
The car?
Mm-hmm.
If that's really the Bundy car.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
No
but
doubt.
people are going to go.
I'm not trying to be on my holy hill. I'm just asking the questions. Because, look, at the end of the day, I want to look at it too. But does it make it right?
Yeah.
I struggle with it.
Okay. Got a fun little photo here. I think maybe we've seen this before, but Sherry sent this in. It's a photo of Suits from Wanadu City back in the day with Cole, our kid, and Justin and Danny there. I don't know if you've seen that. Look at young little Suits there, the old Wanadu City.
Baby Suits.
Yeah.
Oh, baby Suits.
Look at that cute fuck.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I used to. That was a cool little place. Sorry they got rid of that. I remember
that was cool.
Yeah, I used to take Colin and Caitlin there when they were little kids.
Magnolia, I took her there.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a cool little place. I wonder why they got rid of it. It was pretty awesome.
Where was it located?
It was at the mall at the Sawgrass Mall.
It was always packed every time we went.
I know.
They had to be making money.
If I remember, they had a bar too, because I think we found it. We're like, all right, we're going to go through here. Yeah, it was hidden at the top.
Nice.
You had to go to find it.
Oh, alcoholics will always find the drink.
Yeah, we do.
Even if it's hidden,
we
you'll
sniff it out.
find
There's
it.
got to be a bar around here somewhere, right?
Parents deserve it.
Yeah.
You
I'm like,
sniff.
I got to go through this. I need a drink. Got an email from Michelle. She said, on the topic of Nashville in January, I'm going to be driving along with my family and best friends to Nashville for a photography convention. But on the way, we're going to be taking a little longer route and stopping to take a ride on the Alpine Coaster and then checking out Dollywood.
Oh.
When we arrive in Nashville, we'll be staying at the Gaylord Opryland Resort. I'm so excited. I can't wait to check out your guide, Kevin. Yeah, I stayed at the Gaylord Opryland Resort. It's huge complex.
It is huge.
It's nice. They have some cool little restaurants in there. They had a sports bar that was great. So you'll love it.
Those mountain roller coasters are super cool, too. Do a little research before you go on them because a lot of them have Groupons. And you can buy one, get one free on Groupon and save yourself like $50, $60 for a group.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's a good little...
And there's not just the Alpine. The Alpine but there's like 30 different mountain roller coasters. There's so many.
You loved them.
I did. I can get down with the mountain coaster.
It all depends on the type of roller coaster. There's some that are really fun for me, and then there's some that give me the vertigo. They give me the verts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Harry Potter one, whatever that thing does, it makes you... It fucks you.
You couldn't handle it.
I could not.
It doesn't actually fuck you.
It fucks your head.
Kevin, it fucks you.
Oh, my gosh. That'd just be tough, huh?
Oh my God, I just got fucked.
That's exactly what I said. Guys, I think I just got fucked by the Potter coaster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My favorite mountain coaster was called the Rocky Top. There's a bunch of them, but look up the Rocky Top.
How long was the roller coaster?
The whole ride when you get in the car, you go up the mountain and then you go down the mountain. And I would say the whole thing was maybe like 4 minutes, but it was fun.
You're scared of heights, Kev, too, and I'm petrified of that. Would that be something you'd be down with?
You're only a couple feet off the grass. The mountain coaster is built into the side of the mountain, so you're never feeling like, oh my God, I'm so high.
Okay. Until somebody says, we're on a fucking mountain, and I think the track is slipping.
Well, then you're fucked.
Yeah.
But
you're right. Then you get fucked.
And you get fucked.
Yeah. I think it'd be all right. I've seen the video, and it doesn't look like it's too
Rocco
insane.
did it with no fear, and he was excited because some of them you can control your speed, and he liked that. You can hit the brakes, and your own little car has brakes, or you can release the brakes and just free fly as fast as it'll go.
That sounds different than that new Rapids ride that me and Kevin are scared shitless to try.
Yeah.
You guys were scared of the brain drain.
Oh, yeah.
This one's going to be more badass than the brain drain.
I'm a pussy. You're insane. I get it.
We all have our things.
We all have our things.
Mm-hmm. Denise sent in an email talking about Magnolia and paying you back for her distracted driving, hitting the mailbox and causing $3,000 in damage to the car. She's paid back $1,000, and you're at the point where you're going to sell the jet ski that was a birthday gift to her to make up the last $2,000 so that she can be squared on her debt to you. And you were wanting to know earlier if you're being a bad mom for that or just too heavy.
That's what I struggle with. Am I being too heavy?
Mm-hmm. And Denise had said, wasn't the jet ski supposed to be sold when she got the car?
We had talked about doing it then as well and using it as a down payment, but she was riding it way, way, way much more then, and I really did feel like a bad mom for suggesting that.
How much you sell for that thing? How much could that go for?
I don't know. Good question.
Maybe I should buy it. Let's talk some fucking prices here. See, a little family discount. What are you starting with, Sinicki?
I think I paid $6,000 for it.
$6,000?
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Shit, that, man.
Dang, I didn't know there were that much.
I paid it on payments. You could break it out over 2 years.
Okay.
Pay a couple $100 a month.
Okay, so it's $5,800 right now. All right. That's what you probably sell it for. $5,800?
I don't even know. I got to look it up. I have no idea what a used jet ski goes for. I bought it from a dealership too.
I will give you $500 for it, and I'll pick it up myself.
$500?
Yes.
No.
Not a deal?
Not a deal. I just got it repaired not too long ago. This thing is sweet. It's like tuned up, ready to go.
I do love me a jet ski, and it's one of those things you never do. And when I do it, I go, "Why am I not jet skiing? It's fun."
It's so fun. I do it with Mag. She and I will go out every once in a while and do it. It's fun.
It's the same way I feel about body surfing.
Yeah?
It's dangerous, and every time I leave, my shoulder's separated.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I have a blast doing it,
Yeah.
and then I get that little kid tired.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
When I do aquatic things, that is something that does knock my little dick right in the dirt, and I go to sleep, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
aquatic. If you do struggle with insomnia, get in some water.
It takes a lot. I mean, you look at all those surfers, they're all ripped.
All of them.
I mean, how often do you see a really obese surfer?
You don't.
You do not see chubby surfers.
Yeah.
And if you do, he doesn't surf or she doesn't surf that often.
That'd be a great
that
name
well.
for a band, Chubby Surfer.
I don't hate it, but you're right though. If you're a chubby surfer, you ain't surfing.
You just don't see that.
No.
Yeah.
There's no chubby surfers.
There's a reason for that. That all makes good sense. All right, solid emails today. Thank you so much. Got anything else you want to add into the discussion for tomorrow? Send us that email, mail@kvjshow.com. Have a great Monday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.